Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 15th, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in a private reading or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Gemini, let us see what this last full moon of 2024, this new moon in this full moon in Gemini has to say for us. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, we have the Five of Cups, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Hermit. We have the King of Cups reverse. Interesting. Angels. We have Krampus. Angels and spirit guides. Almost said that very wrong. We have the High Priestess reversed. We have the Six of Cups reversed. We have the Nine of Wands, angels and spirit guides. We have the Fool, angels and spirit guides. And we have the Knight of Pentacles reverse. So let me make sure everything's in frame. Awesome. All right. So what really stands out to me here is this Nine of Wands, where he has this hole in his shopping, right? In his presents, and they're all falling on the floor. And it just feels like that is like such a great way to sum up kind of like how we are feeling right now, Gemini, that it's like no matter how hard I try, I'm just not there's always like something that goes wrong, something that comes out of left field. It's like, oh my gosh, what now? Like, let me brace myself for the good news of it all. So just be mindful about this during this time because this moon knows this full moon is in Gemini and it spotlights us. It's a moon that's very easy to talk with, very easy to talk in. We can find ourselves communicating to others, but we can also find ourselves really starting to say what it is that we want or what it is that we're looking for, how it is that we need to move forward. It moves us to the Queen of Cups that's crowning this whole entire reading. It's a place of love. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If we're born on the cusp with Cancer, if we have water sign energy in our chart, this comes through very powerfully and very profoundly. Now we have the King and the Queen of Cups here. That's a soulmate connection, true love connection. But the King of Cups is reversed. It's like we're not fully seeing what it is that we love, but we'll get glimpses of it in dreams. We'll get glimpses of it in quieter moments, in moments where we let our heart connect to where we really want to be. And it moves us to the Ace of Pentacles reverse. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. You're taking it. You don't know you're taking it yet. Okay? We want things to move very, very quickly. And what is going to be really important to know is that this is going to be a time of things moving slowly, of a slow move forward. And I understand that the sentiment is how slow can things actually move? Because I feel like I'm moving backwards. Things are moving so slowly. Just be mindful. Be mindful that the roots are growing first. First, with an oak, the roots grow, and then everything else does. So, being aware of that energy, being aware of your prosperity and your power. And just because you started to claim, okay, universe, this is what I want, with absolute determination and focus that has come. It doesn't mean it happens instantaneously. It's happening pretty darn quickly, but it feels slow because there have been such setbacks and such frustrations around it all. With the 5 of Cups, it's time to change the mind, change the life. We can look at everything that has gone wrong, and believe me, we have, you know, but it's time to turn around and see the beautiful golden cups that are waiting for you, the beautiful gifts that are to come. It moves us then to the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. So if you have Virgo energy in your chart, if you have Virgo energy in your life, this comes through very beautifully. But this is very much a sense of dreams and wishes coming forward as you step into what you want and what you desire. And I'm just hearing, and I know this sounds so funny, and I know these are, Yule time cards because, this is the time of year for them. But I'm just hearing, make a list and check it twice. Make a list and check it twice. Write down what you want during the spotlight of this moon in Gemini. This moon that is the conglomeration of the desires we put forth and we set forward for ourselves in 6 months ago. Back in the new moon of Gemini. So here there is a sense of, what do I need to open up to? Like, what is the wish and the dream of my soul to open up to and to move forward in? And it brings us here to the King of Cups. We're afraid to take the lead. We're afraid to stand out. And yet we're being called to stand out. It's not to hide away anymore. This moon is about change. It's about spontaneity. And it's safety. Its safety is in thinking about our feelings and thinking about what we deeply desire, but then taking those thoughts and then putting them into the world. That's going to be one of the challenging things. It moves us here to the devil and the devil's energy, which represents Capricorn, which I always think is quite rude. Time frame December 22nd to January 19th. You might not be looking forward to that time frame, so just be mindful about that. It could be a difficult time frame, not saying that it has to be, but you can find that it has its own challenges to it. But this is also a sense of, I'm letting go of addictions, of fears, of doubts, of chaoses that held me back, that kept me, small. And now I'm choosing a path that needs to embrace my voice. And yet the High Priestess, the veil is still pulled over our eyes. It's still hard to let ourselves see fully what it is that our soul needs to see, because the past hurts, past pains are coming up for one reason or another, and it makes us doubt, can I ever move forward in the way that I want to, in the way that my soul needs to? Because no matter the good intentions, it seems to fall apart. And yet, even though we are afraid of letting in that knowledge of the High Priestess, of letting in the whispers and the sounds and the, and the connections with this world, right? Where sound has color and, and the world is vibrant. Like, it's all alive. Like, you see the auras of things. You can see the intensity of things. We just remember being beaten down. But now it's time to take that leap of faith on us. And the fool is like, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump into my dreams, into my joys. It doesn't mean that we have to quit our job and join the circus. But again, if you have a proclivity towards circus life, if you're talented in that area, go for it. I would do terribly. Here, as one of you lovely viewers, Heather, said, this is quiet kindness. I want to make a world here of quiet kindness for you. And stepping into the dream without running away from it. Stepping into the dream of what you want to create and cultivate without running away from it is extraordinary. The King of Pentacles is slowly and steadily moving towards what you want and need. when it's reversed, you want it to happen very, very quickly. You're going to get frustrated. Why? You're the fastest moving knight, Gemini. Fastest moving knight. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight. Do they compute? No, they don't. But the fastest knight and the slowest knight can do things that the other cannot. And that is important. So when we're moving slowly, when we're building such a firm, stable, profound foundation, do not get mad that it's not happening fast enough. Because it's happening so solidly. It's going to take time. It's like building a Roman road, right? Those roads last forever, but they took a really long time to build. It moves us then to our spirit message, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the peacock. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. You're being reborn. And if you have Taurus energy in your chart, I would highly recommend checking out their video for this full moon, because they are also being reborn, and that energy is just going to be very intense for you. It moves us then, or if you have Taurus in your chart, right, to our chakra energy, angels. Oh goodness, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. Here we have clarity, the third eye chakra. Things are becoming very, very clear to you. You have very firm insight into things that you're like, wow, that's amazing. But you have to trust that intuition, which with the high priestess reverse and even the cups reverse, right? Our emotions can be intense. It can be all over the place. We want to control them. Things have to be in order and this and that. No, clarity through feeling and clarity through letting your heart express what it loves. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the sun. And it's interesting because the sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. So why would you have to be mindful of the sun? There's a feeling inside of you. There's a knowing that there's more to come, right? Something bigger, something better. And you're going to want to push for it during this moon, during this time. But Spirit is saying, slowly build and slowly cultivate. Where we want to be loud and brass, be quiet, be calm, listen, connect. That's going to be very important because we know a blessing is on the horizon. And we feel like, how much longer can I wait for it? How much more has to go wrong? Why is it that this always happens? And there's this feeling of, why does this always happen? It's going around during this full moon. And now it is time to see our blessings and change the way that we look at ourselves. It's like, oh, it's coming. And when that glory comes, when that blessing comes, when that beauty comes into my life, like the sun rising on a winter's day or a summer's day, depending on where you are in the world, it will be spectacular. And the birds start to sing in that most glorious way. And it doesn't have to be, loud and flashy. It can be quiet and just absolutely breathtaking. It moves us then to our Luna message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, goodness, angels. Ooh, very strong Pisces energy coming through. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. So this is balance. The moon is bringing us balance. We're coming into balance with the twin aspects of ourselves. Trust. Trust that you are being watched after. Trust that more is being illuminated than you know. Release. We're finding it hard to release negativity that keeps us from flying high, or the worry or the fear or the overwhelmed. It's going to be important to release. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams, Gemini. They are what make you. You're like a butterfly. Okay? You need that vibrancy. You need the dreams. You need the wind. Right? In The Last Unicorn, which is one of my favorite books, right? isn't it said that, you know, butterflies are like dandelion fluff that blow in the wind, forever, taking in and losing information or rhymes and riddles and wisdoms and this and that as they go. But what if you are like that butterfly, that dandelion fluff on the wind, and you take it in and you remember, and you create something extraordinary out of it? You weave it together into something breathtaking. Meditate and contemplate, slowing down in order to meditate and contemplate, we're going to have a blockage too. It's going to be difficult for us. But the balancing, the spiritual and the practical, that's going to feel more natural because it is more natural. We have one twin in the spirit world, one twin in the practical world. But balancing ourselves to bring them both together with real charisma and real elegance, that's going to be a bit difficult for us. Adjustments are required. Do we want to make them? No, we don't. So we're going to resist this. But until we make the adjustments, the world will not open the way that we need it to. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the sterling. And it says, now is the time to get out into the world and connect with authentic ways. And we're having trouble with that. We're holding back. We can be holding back in our own little world. And here, it's not being wild and going and doing absolutely everything, but it's time to go out into the world. It's time to connect. It's time to open up the doors and see what happens. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is the Four of Wands. This is celebration. This is family coming together. It is, it is work. It is everything that you could celebrate. And it's just feeling like I can't celebrate it. It's not. It's not, right? It's the Four of Wands reversed. It's like, why celebrate? Because there's nothing to celebrate. And don't do that to yourself. Don't be so nihilistic on yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself. It's time to let in the celebration and the beauty. It doesn't have to be perfect. Close enough is good enough. I used to always want things to just be perfect. I remember a professor saying to us, it doesn't have to be, don't worry about it. It just has to be perfect, right? And I always just thought yeah, don't worry about it. It just has to be perfect. And it just takes away all the joy from absolutely everything. Close enough is good enough. And celebrate you. Even when things do not go the way that you had thought they would, celebrate you. Because you deserve it. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is communication, which is going to be so heightened during this moon. And communicating the throat chakra coming forward. And just know that you're picking up on everything, which can also be overwhelming. So do be mindful about this, right? We have the high priestess here reversed, right? That overwhelming sense of you're picking up on everything. So where do you focus? It moves us then to the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the subconscious Wheel of Fortune, where it feels like, okay, it's going to be a new calendar year, but I'm still going to be stuck. Stop being so harsh on yourself. The little changes can make the biggest difference and can lead us forward in the most profound and beautiful ways. So the Wheel of Fortune reverse, it feels like it's not changing. It's not moving. It is. It is. We just want things to go so much quicker than they are. And I know it's like any more patient, right? Then time moves backwards. But it's going to be really, really, really important here to know that things are changing, that a new season is opening. It's just happening gradually. You know, it's like as the temperature changes, right? You don't have, well, you do, right? Have those big jumps where it's a 30 degrees difference, right? And that's Fahrenheit, or 20 degrees difference. And then other times, as the weather changes, you walk out your door one day and be like, oh, wow, it's chilly. And I don't know how it got to 20, all of a sudden. It happens gradually. Here, the change is gradual. You don't feel it as much because it's not that drastic change. And you walk out the door and you're like, oh, hat and gloves and, jacket and everything like that. It moves us then to protection reversed. Not feeling protected, feeling overwhelmed, feeling, maybe even outnumbered by all the expectations of everything. But don't let your past hold you back. Don't let the trials that you have been through be like, oh, well, now you can't possibly succeed. It's like, no, that has forged you into a person that is extraordinary, that you never dreamt of being. But now you are extraordinary to be. Right now you have so much wisdom and glory to you. Embrace that. Embrace that power. It's like a tree growing and the animals that scurry up it and the way the wind moves it and the way the sun pulls it to grow this way or that. It never thought after becoming like, that little seedling. I never thought that it would be shaped this way. But it is. And it is beautiful. You are. And you are beautiful. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this full moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Gemini, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. Sending lots of love your way. And have a blessed moon. Bye.